Oh, shit. I hit the button, huh? All right, everybody. What's cracking? So, it's Tuesday morning, and I was like feeling a little bit of Tano Tuesday anyway. I was looking around, seeing what was cracking, but big things are happening today. I guess everybody was upset that we didn't get a trailer, I guess, that everybody you know, had been talking about and waiting for, and we finally today this morning get this trailer. So they put this what was it, a behind the scenes kind of like the Mando stuff. They showed a lot of um footage, and these guys talking about certain things, Dave mentioning certain specific Jedi, and talking very much Ahsoka in this showcase, if you will. And so today it seems like they decided. Now I don't know, there's been a lot of speculation as to why this wasn't released sooner. Oh, goodness gracious. So there's been all this speculation as to why this wasn't shown. Talking about rumors here and rumors there, and all this crazy nonsense that's been floating around. So I've kind of been paying attention to that. Um, you know, the Matt Cave is the one that told me it was out this morning, so he's very excited. I think he went through the trailer. The show comes out on his birthday, so we're gonna have a party as it is anyway. But um, I mean, the big thing here is that we're getting this trailer. It's about 3.5 weeks out from where we're gonna see the premiere. A lot of people are banking on this show being the largest thing this year. A lot of people are unhappy with Andor for whatever reason. I don't know. They spent a butt ton of money on it, and it seems like people are upset about it. Is what it is. It's the fandom. Um, but then you have the Mandalorian. People were upset about that, feeling that it didn't get its just. Kenobi. People, a lot of people were unhappy with Kenobi. So um, this seems like the anchor for what people want to see this year. This seems like the biggest. Um, to me, this seems like the biggest show of the year. I thought Kenobi was fantastic. I thought The Mandalorian was great. It kind of felt like The Mandalorian put a put us in a place where that show could end potentially, um, and just work on flowing all of the ideas into Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie. So that's what it felt like to me. It felt like The Mandalorian as a series could be done. Um, they put it in a really good place to end it, but it also seems like it also seems that everything is starting to coalesce for Dave's big movie. So yeah, I wanted to share the experience of watching the trailer live with you guys. I wanted to, I haven't been streaming that much. There's been a bunch of other little things going on, other big projects that I'm working on that have just taken up a lot of the space in my brain, and so I haven't had an opportunity to really stream as much as I would like to. But today was a big day. Today is a big day. We have these people at Disney giving us this trailer today after all of the hoopla, right? I don't understand what all the hoopla was about. And if you go on Twitter, and if you go on um you go on Twitter, you go on any of the social media sites, you even hop on YouTube, and you can just see bashing of Kathleen Kennedy, the bashing of Disney as a whole. Why wouldn't you release the trailer? We've been waiting for the trailer. They released this, and I guess we could watch that too. I mean, Disney wants you to kind of watch this stuff. So, um, but yeah, I mean, we get, even though I heard that somebody got their stream shut down for showing 27 seconds of Tails, we're not going to watch that yet. Okay, so this is what they released. What did they release? Where is it? Where are you? Yeah, this is what okay, so this is what they released here. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at. Where are you? Via YouTube here. Yes. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at. And then let's put me on the bottom. Thank you. Okay, I can live with that. Okay, so this is what they released yesterday, one day ago. And
there's like a major campaign that
this is what
there's like a major campaign that's
stop, Rosario. You're talking too fast. I'm not there yet. Slow down, Rosario. I know you're excited. Okay, so this is what we were looking at. This is what they Disney and Star Wars and Lucasfilm released yesterday, and this is just literally the journey to Ahsoka. Now, look, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Like, I'll even full screen this for a second. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I got really emotional watching this yesterday. Right, I'm a huge Ahsoka fan. Dave Filoni's character is probably my favorite of all Star Wars. I mean, R2 is like my anchor road dog. Like, I mean, I got lots of R2 stuff, but for me, Ahsoka is the character that I feel I grew with the most in Star Wars, right? I love the OT. I love the prequels. I like the sequels a lot. But for me, Ahsoka's journey in Clone Wars is what made that show for me as good as it was. I feel like if without this character, Anakin's turn is a little diluted for me. So for me, this character holds a significant amount of weight through the greater Star Wars journey that has been outside of the movies. If you look at the television aspects of this, whether it's animation, live action, Ahsoka is a very large part of that, and we see a lot of we see her growth through the entire series of television in Star Wars. So I'm looking forward to her joining the rest of the cast on the big screen. But really, if you've been following the story through the television show with your kids, as kids, whatever, Ahsoka should be a large part of it for you. And she caught a lot of heat in the beginning for being an annoying character, but right around the third season, the character evolved and everybody fell in love with the character. So this is, for me, this is a big big moment in this journey of Star Wars. So for me, yeah, so this is what they released yesterday. Everybody had their panties in a twist about this. Everybody was so upset, you know.
Why didn't you give us a trailer? This is awful. Why wouldn't you just release a trailer? You guys are so mean.
Right? That was everybody's whining that was going on for releasing this video instead of the trailer. And then a day later, they're like, "Here, bitches, here's your trailer." And everybody was like, Kathleen this and that in Lucasfilm, and Disney does it again, and all this bullshit that they want to throw. This, it's like going to the zoo. Do you ever go to the zoo and you watch the animals throw their crap at each other? Well, that's all they're doing. They're just throwing it at Disney instead, right? So it's just, everybody just wants to throw stones quickly when Disney and Lucasfilm and Star Wars content isn't to their liking and their expectations aren't met. I don't know where everybody's head was at, thinking, oh, we're going to get the trailer today and that's it. But so what? This is an awesome piece of content that Star Wars put out. I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to play this one first. Oops. I'm going to play this one first. And this is what everybody was crying about. Why did you release this? Why didn't you just blah, 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 blah. So we're going to play this first, and then we're going to talk a little bit here, and then we're going to jump into that. So here it comes. Let me know if it's too loud, whatever. There's
like a major campaign that's going on online to try to get me in Star Wars to play Ahsoka, which would be amazing.
Because you know what? Star Wars follows you on Twitter.
They
don't follow anybody who's not in their movie.
I know. I think it's a good thing. Internet, help me out.
Now might be a good time to welcome Ahsoka herself, I think.
She looks amazing. Ahsoka is a character that Dave Filoni created and worked with George Lucas on in the Clone Wars.
We're telling the story of this character who's been trained by the greatest Jedi of all time in Anakin Skywalker.
Ahsoka has been a really beloved character for many, many years. There's a lot of Ahsoka love today.
With Ahsoka, it's time that she came into her own in a way we've never seen it before. Rosario is so compelling. She is on fire and she knows her stuff. She's in it.
To see the scope of this story, I can't wait for people to watch it.
We have to maintain that sense of fun, adventure, and imagination.
It's quite extraordinary, actually. Bring this to life.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
It's so good. So this is what everybody was crying about. Everybody's crying that we didn't get the trailer instead of this. And I really, yes, Maria, I really enjoy these little behind the scenes, these interviews, these showcases that they do with Dave and John and the cast that they bring in to do these things. These are great moments that we get to see of interviews and bites that they're going to show us later, I'm sure, in the aftermath of the show. But ultimately, this is the stuff I enjoy some of the most, because it's watching the creators themselves get super excited about this project. Dave Filoni has, I mean, this is his character, right? Like this is Dave's, this is Dave's creation alongside George Lucas, right? Like George and him talked about this stuff. They talked about this character excessively before they ended up bringing this character to life in the Clone Wars. I mean, to have this kind of connection to a character and then to watch and be able to bring this to live action is just monumental. And the fans need to just get over themselves as a whole. Your expectations, what you want matters not one bit. The content they're giving us is good. You're just upset and crying about it because it's not what you would have wanted. It's not the EU or Legends that you grew up with. Get over yourselves. Like, it's not your story to tell. Doesn't matter. What you think matters nothing. So yeah, I mean, look, I know I'm the enemy of the larger creation of YouTube and the Star Wars space, because I'm constantly positive. But that's the one thing I'm not positive on, is the creators. The creators want to throw poop at Disney and the management. Well, you know what? We should be grateful that they give us content so that you can shit on. So that's my small take on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up this trailer. I'm really excited. I haven't watched the trailer yet. I've seen the other ones. This is one show that I said I wasn't going to shy away from with trailers, with all of that stuff. So I'm really not shying away from anything. I'm taking the trailers and the spoilers and the leaks and all that stuff with a grain of salt, because ultimately the trailers are great. The spoilers are hardly, they're right some of the time, and the leakers are just trying to make everybody see what they see. So yeah, I mean, look, the Old Republic stuff is still happening. That the High Republic stuff is still happening. So I mean, I understand, but ultimately they're working on a timeline that they set a long time ago, right? Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to tell your story, no one is stopping you. Make fan fiction, make your own, write your own script. Matter of fact, Lucasfilm makes it easy for you to just do that. Put your money where your mouth is. Exactly. Right. If you want to do something, if you think you're better at it than they are, then put your money where your mouth is. Put up or shut up. That's how I feel about it. So yes, Maria, I agree with that. This coming from someone who is writing their own content, who is putting their money where their mouth is, who is putting up or shut up. I mean, look, I'm sitting here banging my head against the wall, learning UE5 so that I can start building my own content, my own stuff. But I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm putting up or shutting up. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a tough road out there. People want clicks. Some people, make money off of this stuff, and that's what the clicks are about, and don't even believe what they believe or what they say they believe on stream. They believe whatever. That's not what you get here. Here you get 100% unvetted honesty. You get what you see is what you get. There's no behind the scenes, oh, that was a great show. My opinions are my opinions, and that's all they are. And yes, I can be called a shill, and yes, I can be called a troll, I guess, from some of the mainstream creators, I guess, but it's an amazing feeling to be able to geek out to this stuff and not see the negativity. There's so much negativity in the world already. Why would I bring it in to this atmosphere? What's up, Dan? Sabine is Ahsoka's apprentice. I mean, Ahsoka said it many times. She will not take an apprentice, right? She's not a Jedi. And if she's not a Jedi, she doesn't want to teach. She wouldn't take Grogu. She's not teaching Luke. It seems like she wants nothing to do with that portion. She is she's a Ronin, man. I mean, really, this story, I hope it kind of solidifies the story that I've been kind of saying in the back of my mind this whole time, is that ever since Ahsoka walked away from the Order, ever since Ahsoka decided that she was no longer going to be Anakin's apprentice and that she was on her own journey, she tried to go do things her way without her lightsabers, without the Force, without any of that, and eventually found her way back to the fight. And then after all of the circumstances happen, she walks away and is no longer part of the Jedi Order. She is a Ronin. She is a samurai without master. Her master is the Force, right? Ahsoka's master is the Force at whole, right? She doesn't conform to what's good or bad. She doesn't see light and dark anymore. She only sees the Force. She's very zen, right? If the son and the daughter are the yin and the yang of the Force, the Ashlyn and Bogan, right? Then she is the middle. She is the line that separates the two, right? Just like the Bendu. She and the Bendu are very much of the same skin, right? They have moved past dark and light. Now it's just and unjust, right? She is more now a Ronin than I think she's ever been. She's more a seeker of justice and truth than ever before. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that in Dave's. This is really Dave Filoni's premiere as a director, as an executive producer, and a writer of an entire live action show. This is very exciting for us and him, right? He gets this. How amazing is it? Yes, you directed a couple of amazing episodes in other shows. The Mandalorian, you exec produced and you directed a couple of these episodes, but this is his first big time as a director, directing the whole show himself. He may have brought in some help, but this is his first big show. And I have not seen it yet. Matt saw it. He said it's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, this is going to lead to Dave Filoni's adaptation of all the shit you guys have been crying that they didn't make, right? All of the EU stuff that they didn't make. Dave is literally hand plucking this stuff out of, I'll take some of you, I'll take some of you, I'll take a little bit of you, I'll take a little bit of you. And he's plucking this shit out of the EU and he's writing it into the canon, and you guys are still unhappy. I don't understand it. I don't understand the negativity. I don't understand what continues to frustrate everybody because Lucasfilm isn't doing what they think they should be doing. Again, I regurgitate and go back to it, but it's a very frustrating thing because these guys are pulling all of the EU lore out of the EU and giving it to you in canon, and you're still not happy. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think Sarah ever left the Jedi faith. She left the Order. It's an example. Yeah, sure. She's, she doesn't play by the rules, right? Like that's the thing is Jedi play by this set of rules that she no longer has to abide by. she can do what she wants, when she wants, how she wants. She takes, just like Yoda in Jedi, my own counsel will I keep on who is a Jedi, right? On who to train. This is the same thing she is saying. I keep my own counsel. I am in charge of my destiny. The Force guides me, not some arbitrary order of old Jedi, right? From a distant time. No, I dictate my destiny and my path. And that's what I love about Ahsoka is she was taught, as we hear Dave say, by the greatest Jedi of all time. She is one of the only Jedi that survived Order 66 by fighting her way through it, not by running and hiding, but by fighting her way through it. Yes, trying to get out and run, but no one else really survived after having an entire battalion attack, right? She's unique, and I'm excited. Yes, you know what? That's okay. If Indy 5 isn't doing well, watching Harrison Ford talk about the journey of him and Indiana Jones is worth the loss. Letting the man finish his saga is worth the loss. I don't care how it's doing. I can't wait to go see it. I've heard it is fantastic. The question I have for you, Dan the Man, is have you seen it?
Have you seen it? Did you watch it? I want your opinion. I don't want their opinion. I want your opinion.
That's right. I said it. That's right. I said it. Thank you. Thank you, Matt Cave. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm hearing from everybody else. I want to know your thoughts. I'm tired of hearing about the internet. I'm tired of hearing what the critics say. I'm tired of hearing about what the YouTubers say. I'm tired of hearing that. I want to hear what you think about the movie, what you think about it, not what they think about it. I'm tired of it. Everybody thinks they're Siskel and Ebert. Everybody's giving thumbs up and thumbs down because they liked it or didn't like it or thought it was feminized or Kathleen Kennedy's a machine that's here to take over the world. Who gives a shit? Did you enjoy it? That's what I want to know, because everybody that I've talked to was like, that was fun. I enjoyed it. Great job, Harrison Ford. Thank you, Indy, for finishing out the series. Done. Checkmate. Onward.
You don't say that to me.
You don't say that, Derby. You don't say that. Stop it. Stop it right there. Let's see. I'm struggling to get past the first 140 minutes. Okay. Struggling. I understand. Everybody's got their opinions. Okay. So, all right, let's see a click of hands here. There's a dozen of you in here. Let's see a click of hands here. Who has not seen the trailer yet? Give me a 1 in the trailer if you have seen it. Give me a 0 in the chat if you have not seen it. And let's take that quick little consensus, see who's seen it and who hasn't, because I'm going to put a big fat 0 in the chat because I have not seen it. But yeah, I mean, I'm eager to see what you guys think of the trailer. I'm excited to see what Dave has in store. So far, everything that I've seen in the trailer looks amazing. It's fun. It's exciting. It's following his world between worlds and his Mortis time arc, which I like. He's following that story arc, which I enjoy. You see a lot of memes where, Yoda saying the last of the Jedi, when he's talking to Luke in his hut on Dagobah. But ultimately, the Jedi, there were a lot of Jedi that survived. Yeah, there were a bunch that survived, but they all went into hiding, and none of them were living by the Jedi code. Really, they were all just trying to survive. So, are they really Jedi anymore? I don't think so. I think that's more of what it is. Okay, so we got a bunch of 1s. Let's see. We got a bunch of 1s. Got a KG's got a 0. KG's with me. Maria's got a 1. Suicide's got a 1. Okay, we got John's got a 1. Alan's got a hundo. All right, now you know what?
You never forget. Never forget 0 BBY. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. When I watched the Ahsoka journey, I got super emotional. Like, I was talking to Matt Cave about it. I was like, bro, I got super emotional watching this. it really hit me in the feels, right? It really had me like, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful thing, listening to Dave and John talk about this journey and this character. Listen to Rosario and her, God, she is a prime example. Rosario Dawson is the epitome and the example of say what you want to the universe. Tell the universe what you want. Let it be said what you want in life, and it will find a way to you in some way, shape, or form. It may not be the exact thing that you wished for, but say what you want to the universe, because that is what makes things like this happen. If you look at this journey, this is why I loved it so much. This is why I got so emotional about it, is because you watch Rosario wish and will this into the universe, right? From hashtagging on Twitter to going on talk shows and talking about this. She willed this into herself. She willed this character to come to her. It's amazing. It's the epitome of what I talk about in life. If you want something, you have to shout it from the rooftops. You have to go up to the mountain and say, yell, scream out in the universe what you want, and then work for it, and you will get it. That's just the way life works. And she is a shining example of just that. It's truly inspiring to watch her talk about it, and then finally it's her, and everybody open armed welcomed her to the character. The fans, the creators, the actors, everybody. It's really an amazing thing to see. And if watch this, if you haven't, if you got here late, watch the journey to Ahsoka. It is wild, and life is wild like that. I mean, look, Sheep knows this is stuff we talk about on a regular. You have to shout it out from the rooftops. You have to let the world know what you want. It's real. And this is the woman that is literally the shining beacon on the hill that says, I want to be in Star Wars. I want to be Ahsoka Tano. And she did it, and she got it. And she is the role. She is the person. Dude, she shaves her head to get it, to get in character. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to that in there or not, but I saw her with a shaved head. That wasn't a rag. That wasn't hiding her hair and tucking it and pinning it. She shaves her head bald to get in this role. That's how dedicated she is. She wanted it, and she got it, and she is that dedicated. It is amazing. It is amazing to see. Yeah, I'm going to share this screen. We're about to watch the trailer. I was giving you guys a couple more minutes, but yeah, I mean, look, this is I'm a big fan of Rosario. I'm a huge fan of her message. I'm a huge fan of her constant looking at the bright side of things. It is very inspiring, and not just from the time she's in Star Wars, man. Death Proof, man. Like, I watched her in that. I've watched her in all this stuff along the years. This is great, and I can't tell you how excited I was to see her talk about this journey. It's very inspiring. I don't know, man. Look, let's look. I'm gonna show it again. Look, I'm gonna go back to it. I want to see. Look, it looked like she shaved her head. Come on, man. Let me see. Where is it? We're gonna get to it. No. There. I guess maybe it is a do-rag. Maybe that was the. I mean, she shaves the front of her head. Still dedication.
I can't wait for people to.
Okay, let's get to the trailer. Let's get to the end, and then I can pull the trailer up since it's already here. Official, is that the Star Wars page? Let's go back. Is this a Star Wars one? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So we're about 30 minutes in. Let's go ahead and roll this. All right. I'm probably gonna lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, I'm gonna do a thing real quick. Let's see. Nope. There it is. In ISOs. This is gonna call this Ahsoka. If I lose my shit enough and I actually cry, I will post it on the board. Yeah, she cut it down to almost nothing. You might as well shave your head. Like, seriously. Like, why even cut it down to nothing? Just shave your head. Clerks 3. Yeah, she's the boss, man. I love Rosario. Rosario is probably one of my favorite actresses in Hollywood, bar none. Like, just as a human being. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to record this. So I'm recording all media. Come on. There it is. Okay. All right. So now, all right, let's go. Here we go. You guys ready to watch me lose my shit? Let's go. Here we go. All right, strap in, boys and girls.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one. You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine. You never made things easy for me, Master.
Oh shit.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
God, I hope that Ezra in 2 episodes. Oh, I hope we see Ezra. That was good. That was good. That was really good. So he knew Anakin, huh? Okay. There's a lot to unfold here, man. There's a lot to unfold in this. There's a lot to unfold here. I mean, Sabine was never really force sensitive. Was she? I mean, I've watched, let me back up. I've literally watched Rebels in the last couple weeks. I've literally watched Rebels probably 3 or 4 times in the last 6 weeks. It is on a constant background loop in my life. And I don't remember Sabine ever being force sensitive. In fact, that was one of the frustrations that she had with Ezra, is that she felt like Ezra had it too easy because he had the force. So wait, your take was that she is force sensitive and that she's just too stubborn to unlock her ability? Interesting. Look, I really hope that's Ezra. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I really hope that Inquisitor's Ezra. Yeah, see, I don't really know. I mean, yes, she was good with a saber. Yes, she was good with the dark saber. She absolutely developed a connection with it. But she was great with the dark saber. She made a connection with it. She learned how to wield it. But ultimately, I feel like the reason that she is so good with Ezra's saber in particular, not so much the Darksaber, is because of her connection to Ezra, right? I always looked at their relationship as everybody saw it as a brother and sister between Ezra and Sabine. I didn't see it that way. I saw it as love, but there's love beyond love, if that makes any sense, right? There's love beyond love. There's the love you have with family. There's the love you have with siblings and parents and such. And that's an unbreakable love. And then there's love you have for the people you love in your life, friends, partners, such on, such on. But ultimately, there's love beyond love. And that's where Ezra and Sabine operate. In that Venn diagram of friends, family, love, or family love and friend love, then there's this circle in the middle that's just very small. And that's love beyond love. And that's what I feel like Ezra and Sabine have. And that's why she was so good with his saber anytime she used it, because she basically, the crystal could feel the love for its owner. And I get, yeah, that's a very good point. I mean, the Stanleys with the checkmate. I mean, this Stanley's gets the checkmate right there. Technically, that's right. Give it to him. Give it to him. Technically, everybody is force sensitive. Technically, the metachlorians operate in all of us. So, I mean, yeah, okay, cool. She's force sensitive and she's getting trained. She got trained by Ahsoka. So, yeah, all right. So I've got a request to re-roll that beautiful bean footage. So we're gonna re-roll this beautiful bean footage. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna re-roll.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one. You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine. You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
So good. All right, time for some dissection.
War is inevitable. War is inevitable.
So they're rocking pre-Empire. Okay. All right. So they're rocking pre-Imperial. We're gonna side by this. Let's see. I do it like this. And let's switch them. I want to switch them. No. 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 That'll do. No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so our Jedi friends are rocking a pre-imperial, so they're rocking the same shuttle that we see pre-Empire with the round front end, right? So they're rocking the Palpatine shuttle, or yes. Okay. Let's get into chat real quick. Yeah, it's like Rebels Part 2. It's like Dave's finishing his Rebels series through this. Yeah, certain level. I mean, maybe look, Ahsoka spent a lot of time. Let's just drop this for a minute. All right, look, Ahsoka spent a lot of time in on a planet. All right, so Ahsoka spent an absorbent amount of time on a planet that is very, very dark side heavy, right? And in that time, it is possible that she, because she was there for a good 5 or 6 years before we see her again. So, at least that's the interpretation that I have. I may be wrong. Dave may be showing us in the show. Great. But it's my interpretation that Ahsoka kept herself out of the Imperial Civil War until after she no longer felt Vader and possibly the Emperor. And that's when she came out from Malachor and started, helping as Fulcrum and so on and so forth, or helping more after the war was over, not needing to be Fulcrum anymore. Moving forward, these Jedi here. Well, that's a good idea, Matt. That's a good idea. Let's go to half speed. All right, so yes. So these two are survivors of Order 66. Now, we've talked about this a little bit in the past. We'll go through it again real quick. So there are tens of thousands of Jedi all across the galaxy. People like Cordova that were scientists, that were explorers, not necessarily involved in the justice or the war at whole. So there were all of these scholars that were out in the universe, dissecting old temples, old Force sensitive, the Zepho, whatever. Then you have the Guardian class, the people that help guard all the Jedi at the temple, and then you have the Jedi that are basically like space cops, right? But there were a lot of Jedi scattered across the universe, and a lot of them had across the galaxy, and many of them had Padawans of their own. And when the war ended with Order 66, they may not have had clones around them. Cordova being a great example. We saw him. I was kind of surprised to see Cordova in Jedi Survivor, to see him alive. You expected him to be dead after Order 66, but we see him in Jedi Survivor. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Seer had a group of apprentices or a group of younglings with her when she, fell and then came back and then fell. So ultimately, there are lots of Jedi scattered across the galaxy. Not all of them were eliminated. These two in particular are two of the possibly away from clone armies because they weren't involved in the war. We don't know. But yes, they are survivors of Order 66. Okay, so let's see. So number one, first thing I see is they're flying in on an old pre-imperial Galactic Republic era shuttle. Number one, first thing I saw. This is not a imperial era. It's got the rounded front like the Republic. Okay, so obviously this is some New Republic commanders, right? See, notice the front of the ship right here. Oh, you guys aren't even looking here. Silly bees. Okay, so before anything happens, this is the first thing that I noticed is the round front. It's the first thing in the first scene right there. That rounded front, right? So this is Republic era craft. So they've had this ship, the entire duration, the 19 years of the Empire reigning, these two had this ship or found this ship, but it's a Republic era ship.
War is inevitable.
Okay. Obviously, this is blue New Republic ships. It's got the red. See, it's got their ship has the red back here. Let me see if I can make this. I guess we'll make it bigger. Okay, so you notice the red here. Got a little bit of red on their ship, and then these guys are obviously New Republic. Shin breaks out her lightsaber like from Jump Street.
One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I got to be honest with you. I kind of dig the music at half speed.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire. What happens when we find Thrawn?
Okay, so this doesn't look like the temple that Ahsoka's at. This looks like a different star location altogether. Yeah, I know, right? The music sounded awesome at the beginning. I was really digging it. That's why Morgan was such a big
Power, such as you've never
star map.
dreamed.
No, I don't think it was. I think this is a star map. If anything, this is like a. That doesn't look like a World Between Worlds temple portal. This looks. Maybe. But to me, this looks more like a display.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Right, because she's standing in the middle of this.
Power,
These just look like star maps.
such as you.
I don't know if these. Kind of. It just seems more like a star map.
Never dreamed.
Yeah, that's exactly Stanley's kind of got what I was going with here. That's what I'm saying. Could that be the Star Forge, or part of the remnants of what the Star Forge was?
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince
So what do we got here? Mon Mothma and the rest of the.
you to help me prevent another one. You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine. You never made things easy for me. Master.
As a Jedi, Sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut.
Okay.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Oh shit, those are Purgle. Yo. Yo. That's a Purgle right there. Yo. That's crazy. That's a Purgle. I didn't even see that the first time. Yo, that's dope. All right. Did you guys see that the first time? I didn't see that the first time. Well, this is the I mean, Anakin and they flew in these starfighters in Clone Wars also, if I'm not mistaken, right? We saw we saw it at the end of Clone Wars, but I thought we saw some of these in the Clone Wars. I could be wrong. Yeah, I didn't catch the Purgle the first time either. Right? I think you have to slow it down. I think you have to slow it down to catch this kind of stuff. Yeah. That's super dope. I didn't catch it the first time.
Feelings. Buckle up.
Yo, they're having a star fight around the Purgle tentacles here. Yo, what the fuck? That's amazing. Yo, who are they fighting? What is she wearing? What is that? Thank you, Matt. What is that thing? I hope she's about to get in a spacesuit or something and like do a spacewalk because that looks that looks really funny. I know, right? The Purgle's awesome. I'm gonna have to. Looks like I'm gonna do a short. But did you guys notice that they're fighting a star battle, a ship-to-ship battle around the Purgle tentacles?
Buckle up.
That's the Purgle right there. Tentacles.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
I kind of dig it in. I mean, there's a lot going on, man. I'm thinking the planet might be Korriban, could be Korriban. A lot of people didn't see the Purgle the first time. Look, there's a lot to unpack in this, man. You know, Sabine being an apprentice of Ahsoka is an interesting conclusion because of what she talks about, the way she talks about Grogu, man. Like, to me, that's the part that's tripping me up a little bit, is that she's sitting here telling Luke and telling Din Djarin, I can't train him. I never completed my training. I'm no master. You need to find somebody else. Is that because of her failed training with Sabine? Could that be because Sabine, I guess that's the part that's hemming me up, is that, Ahsoka, maybe that's why Ahsoka talks about that with Grogu, right? I can't train him. I can't train anybody. She tried with Grogu, right? I mean, because Grogu and Din Djarin and all that is years after the Empire's gone. I want to know. I mean, so basically, she trained her for a couple years, and then just like Luke and Grogu, bye. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's very interesting. They're gonna. I really hope they show us some background on that, because that's a really interesting take, and I love it. I love that she's continuing. If nothing else, continuing her lightsaber training. But I mean, is she force sensitive? Is that what Is that what this scene is about right here? So they meet here.
Just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain.
Like, right here, is this the moment that we're finally going to get to see that Sabine is force sensitive? Like, is this the moment right here that Dave Filoni has decided to show us that her stubbornness and unwillingness to, her Mandalorianness, so to speak, is what was keeping her from feeling the Force, and Ahsoka unlocks that in some way? I'm very curious, because this moment right here could be the moment. We see Shin in this next moment. In this moment, we see Shin telling Sabine she has no power.
You have no power.
I mean, what a great rope-a-dope. What a great rope-a-dope in Dave Filoni fashion. What a great rope-a-dope to have her say that, and then just like Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, I mean, as much as people are going to hate this, I mean, people are going to hate it, but right? I mean, that cool moment in The Last Jedi, where you see the saber come from Snoke's panel right into Rey's hand. We could get one of those moments with Sabine. So, well, I mean, look, if this is the card they're playing, and it seems like that's the card they're playing, is that she trained her after Ezra left for a little while. That seems to be the card that they're playing here, is that she trained her after Ezra left. Now, was that because she had Ezra's saber? Was that because she felt something in her? I don't know, but it's very interesting. See, and that's what I'm saying too, Skywalker Academy. I feel the same way. I think there's a scene between where she pulls the saber to her with the Force and not the gauntlet. See, that's, and I don't know. I'd like to see here. Like, let's back up a little bit. So in this moment here, I mean, we see her use her gauntlet earlier to pull that dude's face off. But it seems like in this moment, could we get that? Could we get that scene, you know? Right. So yeah, I mean, look, it's definitely something that I wouldn't have thought of. Look, this is Dave Filoni. I mean, this is his thing. Maybe these moments where Sabine was fighting Gar Saxon, maybe even when Sabine was using Ezra's lightsaber, maybe there were moments there that her metachlorians might have been more in sync, right? Might have had more communication. I'm not sure, but this is an interesting take on Sabine, and I'm interested to see what they do with this, because this looks pretty rad, to be honest. I've always liked Sabine, having Ezra Saber, right? Their connection, I feel like that's a big part of the story, but to see her battling a former Jedi, and holding her own, do we find that, because we see that in other, I don't want to say other Star Wars content, but we see that in other movie platforms and other things where a traumatic event unlocks the hidden gift inside. I mean, look at Luke, right? Luke, yeah, he's a great pilot, and he's shooting womp rats, but he doesn't have the force abilities that the son of the most powerful Jedi of all time, the greatest Jedi of all time, should have, right? And so how did Luke not know he was force sensitive, right? Getting back to this stuff. So for me, you see Luke have these events that show him his power, right? But could that be hold true with Sabine? Could it be a thing, a moment, a traumatic event that triggers? I mean, she's a Mandalorian, she's been in war, she's had tons of trauma, but does something happen to her that causes her force ability to come to the forefront, right? I'm very curious, because you see Luke, Luke didn't really learn anything about the force until Kenobi showed him. Is this a lack of information and training? Does the training help unlock their potential? I just don't know here, man. But I like it. I like where Dave's going with this. Yeah. Oh, look, dude. Look.
Look at these guys, more survivors. I mean, how many people are gonna survive out of tens of thousands of Jedi? This is bullshit. You're ruining George Lucas's legacy. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. George, come back.
Whatever. It cracks me up. Yeah. Look, I mean, okay, cool, right? Like metachlorians, right? Metachlorians are awesome, but right, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much this statement, like, look, I'm with you, my guy, but this is the part that I have a problem with. Around 10 years old, Luke should have started pulling shit off the shelves, right? Like, oh man, I really don't want to reach across I really don't want to get up and walk over there for the remote. Hold on. And you're telling me the remote didn't come to him? Come on, man. I'm sorry. I have a real problem. Exactly. This is my point. What is the problem? If 8 to 50 Jedi out of tens of thousands survive, get the fuck over it. Like, I don't understand the constant crap that comes from this. Like,
oh no, not another Jedi! No, no, they're ruining it. Kathleen, stop it! Stop it!
oh, just look. It's just for me. It just seems like we see younglings using the Force, right? We see a young Anakin Skywalker in the prequels using the Force without being aware of it, but he's still doing something that normal humanoids can't do. He's pod racing. He's not grabbing things off the wall and taking them, and he's not doing all that stuff, but he feels something. Something is unique about him, right? How is it Luke can go till he's 19 before 18 before he starts to feel the Force? That's total bullshit, right? So there's a possibility that there's an unlocking at some point. Maybe the master, picks the apprentice. I don't know. But the Luke, like, for me, the argument is Luke. Well, how can
Sabine have the Force? She's a Mandalorian. She was with Kanan and Ezra. They're Jedi. Wouldn't they feel the Jedi in her? Wouldn't the Force? Ah!
I don't know, man. There's a fucking war going on. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the question. All I know is that she's calling Ahsoka master. That could be a rope-a-dope. I don't know. I'm just saying. Right. Again, but passively. You're going to know passively. You're going to know something's up. I'm special. Right? I'm sorry. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a traumatic event. There's something that happens to some Force yielders that triggers the Force to be controllable for them. Right? I don't know that maybe Matt's right. Maybe that was a sarcastic thing, but it seems like they trained, and it seems like we could be getting in that one scene where she's fighting Shin. It seems like we could get in this scene right here. It just seems like we could get another one of those scenes where the lightsaber gets pulled past the bad guy, right? Unexpectedly, and the whole place is going to erupt. Everybody's going to lose their goddamn minds. It's going to be amazing. I'm down with it. This is Dave. Look, this is Dave's show. This is Dave's baby. Finish your story, my guy. You started the story in Clone Wars with Ahsoka. You put it through into Rebels, even though that wasn't the story of Ahsoka. It still gave us more. If this is the finale, if this is the third installment to the series of this grand arc, then do it. It gives Sabine Force abilities. I am all about it. Ship that shit. I am all about it. But I'm about Ezra being the Inquisitor with the double-edged lightsaber. Look, I'm about all of it. Dave, tell your truth. Tell your story. Do you? I love it. Let the haters hate. Let them hate. Hate. That's all you're doing. Talking to the funnel. Because it doesn't matter. This is great. The stuff that they're putting out here is fantastic. I'm digging everything that has been happening this year in Star Wars. This year is doing great for Star Wars. I'm very excited for the conclusion of the year. Ahsoka is supposed to be 8 episodes. We're getting the first 2 out of the gate on the 23rd. There's so much. There's a difference between Luke and Anakin's upbringing. Anakin was a slave and had more freedom than Luke did. Oh, well, did he? Owen kept Luke busy and kept control better than a slave in a junk parts store. I mean, did he? Did he have more freedom? Watto kept him working, man. Watto kept him working. Look, I'm just saying, I agree with you. And I think Sabine would be an excellent addition to this story. The only reason I think Ezra being the Inquisitor that we see would be fun would be because Ezra would be getting brought back more than likely by Sabine. I think that's a great love story. Again, I believe that there is love that transcends love, and I think that's what these guys have. I'm very excited for this show. If you can't already tell, um um I would not be surprised to see something like that. I'm all about it. Look, I don't care. I'm excited for everything these guys are giving me. I'm excited for the stories that they're telling. I'm excited that we are still getting more. I'm excited that they're looking for story writers for the sequel to Jedi Survivor. These stories are continuing and I love it. So I'm about it. I wanted to stay here about an hour. I'm going to play the trailer one more time on the way out, but yeah, man, this is the stuff. This is the stuff I've been waiting for. All of Dave's stories are coalescing. All of this stuff is going to be one monumental thing eventually, and I love what he's doing. I am still a fan of Filoni. I am still in it for Filoni. Filoni is the man, the apprentice of the greatest storyteller of all time, has solidified that Anakin Skywalker was the greatest Jedi of all time. I stand by my guy Filoni. He is the greatest storyteller, in my opinion, that we're gonna get. This guy took the right hand, is the right hand to the greatest storyteller ever. And to doubt his storytelling abilities, to doubt the apprentice's vision after sitting at the right hand of the man for so long, you guys are wrong. I'm telling you, you guys are wrong. To doubt Filoni, to doubt the storytelling, you're wrong if you doubt the man. Dave Filoni is the future of Star Wars. Dave Filoni is doing a great job. I'm 100% behind Filoni, and I continue to want you to do you. So thank you for everything you're doing, Dave. I know you're not going to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're here for you. So I'm going to play this trailer one more time on the way out. I'm going to take myself out of the stream when it ends. We're going to go. So as always, thank you, everybody and anybody that came out and hung out with me today. This was an early stream. I'm probably going to see if we can do something tonight, maybe some Tano Tuesday. I don't know, but we're going to check into it. We're going to look into it, but I thank you for being here. As always, thank you so much. Don't forget, get out there, get your pets spayed, neutered, help control the pet population. Don't forget, tell your family, your friends, your loved ones, your pets, how you feel every day, because you never know what tomorrow could bring. And thank you always for everybody for being here. We truly appreciate you. Enjoy the trailer one last time. And here.
No power.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
You and I both know who could help you with this. She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up. If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.